If you struggle with organization, if you work better with a set schedule, and if rejection is particularly difficult for you, then recruiting possibly is not for you. Hey, and welcome back. My name is Preston, and I'm a professional recruiter in the technology industry. I spend a lot of time on this channel singing the praises of working as a recruiter, and I'll continue to do so because honestly, it changed my life. It's one of the most versatile and rewarding careers that is only growing in importance every single day. And while anyone can be a recruiter, the truth is that it's not a job for everyone. If you're considering jumping into recruiting but aren't sure if it's the right direction for you, you're in the right place. Let's go over some of the reasons that you shouldn't be a recruiter. But before we get started, feel free to support a fellow recruiter by liking, subscribing, clicking that bell. It really means a lot. Social interaction. Some people are social butterflies. They thrive on attention and interaction and love getting to know new people. On the other hand, some people are more introverted. They approach each social interaction with caution and are hesitant to meet new people. They often prefer to spend time alone or with familiar friends and family. Considering that social interaction is one of, if not the most important element of recruiting, this is not a job for more introverted people. Recruiters interact with new and familiar faces every single day and are constantly fielding communications from all fronts. You need to be ready to talk to familiar clients, new candidates, and everyone in between at a moment's notice. A truly effective and productive recruiter won't have very much time in between various modes of interactions to recover. But that said, it's not a matter of being able to talk to anyone about anything. You don't want to come off as abrasive. Recruiters have a tricky balancing act to pull off, riding the line between friendly and being professional. On top of the constant social interactions a recruiter does, they also must be great at facilitating interactions between clients and candidates. What's more, they need to be able to see the nuances of people's personalities and qualifications to ensure they're making the perfect placement. Rejection. Nobody likes rejection, but some people handle it better than others. Recruiting is not a profession for the easily disappointed, and failure will come early and often. When you're dealing with so many different people and trying to make them all happy, you're bound to make some mistakes. One of the biggest sources of disappointment in the recruitment industry is absolute rejection. Recruiters potentially face rejection at every angle. Individual or an organization might decline to work with you. A candidate may reject an offer, or a client might pass on a particularly qualified employee, or a client might end up choosing to work with another recruiter. In all these cases and more, it's easy to feel down and give up. For people that take rejection very personally, it may even affect their mood or even self-esteem. There are certainly ways to overcome those obstacles, but some are able to roll with the punches more naturally than others. If you are able to take criticism and rejection in stride and use them as a learning experience, you'll thrive as a recruiter. But on the other hand, if rejection is particularly difficult for you, and you should consider possibly a different career path. Organization. It should be clear by now that recruiting is not a simple job you can coast through. It requires constant engagement with a variety of outside parties, and when you're dealing with things like employment, salaries, benefits, and more, you have to keep detailed records. A recruiter must keep track of multiple clients and candidates at various points in the employment process and ensure that every individual is having their needs met. This will require detailed planning and a firm grasp on your daily schedule. But you only have so much control over your schedule when you're interacting with so many different types of people throughout the day. So if you're not organized, you will have an increasingly difficult time keeping track of your various engagements, and you certainly won't be able to pivot to a new task quickly and easily if something throws a wrench in your plans. They say nobody can truly multitask, but some people are certainly able to keep track of multiple engagements better than others. If you struggle with organization and maintaining a flexible schedule, you'll find it difficult to thrive as a recruiter. Fear of the unknown. Fear of the unknown. It sounds very dramatic, doesn't it? But if you've learned anything so far, it should be that recruiting is entirely unpredictable. Some people work better with a consistent schedule. They know when and where things will happen every day and find comfort in it. There's nothing wrong with that. Unfortunately, these individuals might struggle in the recruiting field. Like I said, your schedule can change at a moment's notice, and there will most definitely be times when the future is uncertain. A particularly valuable candidate might unexpectedly take a different offer or ghost you altogether. A client may suddenly drop you. If you work independently or with an agency, your income is tied directly to your performance, which you have so much control over. All this to say, if you struggle with uncertainty and the fear of the unknown, a recruiting job may not be the best option for you. Balancing people and results. Some jobs are more people-oriented. They're all about reasonably attending to a customer or client's needs and requests. Success is measured by their happiness with the job that was done. Others are results-oriented, with success measured in volume or digits. Different people do well in different roles. Some are better identifying and meeting someone's needs, while others can buckle down and get work done quickly and efficiently. The truth is that these two goals are often at odds. What do you do when someone wants something immediately, but it takes time to get it done right? This is the type of balancing act that recruiters face every every day. On one hand, you won't get very far if you can't make your clients and candidates happy. You'll need to be flexible in order to meet both parties' needs and come to a satisfactory conclusion. But on the other hand, recruiting is a kind of a numbers game. You have to be working with multiple clients and candidates to become and remain profitable. If you struggle prioritizing your needs with those of others, you may find a recruiting role especially difficult. Too much focus on sheer output can make you seem impersonal and uncaring, but attending to every little need of every individual you encounter is simply unsustainable. Something to think about if you're interested in becoming a recruiter. Industry passion. With current ongoing phenomenon like quiet quitting movement, it's worth mentioning you must be passionate about every aspect of recruiting. This is a job that requires constant effort and engagement, and you have to be interested in the employment industry, job economy, and the well-being of employees and their employers in order to sustain a successful recruiting career. Not only that, but you also have to be passionate about the industry you're recruiting in. I love technology, so it's only natural that I gravitated towards being a technology recruiter. If you aren't knowledgeable and interested in nitty-gritty details of your niche, then you won't be able to make those high-level, lucrative placements that require knowledge, experience, and qualifications. If you see recruiting as an easy way to work for yourself and make a lot of money, but aren't actually interested in the industry itself, you're in for a rude awakening. Being a recruiter is all about flexibility and willingness to learn from mistakes. I would never want to drive anyone away from something they're interested in, but if you work better with a set schedule and predictable responsibilities, then recruiting possibly is not for you. On the other hand, if you're a socially minded person with an interest in helping others and you don't mind the thrill of waking up to a new schedule every day, you should look into recruiting as a potential career path. If you like this video, want to see more like it, feel free to again support a fellow recruiter. Please give us a like, subscribe, click that bell, it really means a lot. Feel free to also follow me at Preston_Park as I try my best to also post behind the scenes content daily. Thank you so much again, and we'll see you on the next one.